Am I put it here yet? Final assignment. It will be individual work. Okay. And there is a requirement that pattern and irregularity must be a minimum of 3 or more distinct pattern present. The topic is about technology. Okay. The table of analysis will be the same as the activity today, which include the time the pattern emerged as well. Okay. Okay. And there will be a presentation slide which you could use during your presentation on the 4th September. Okay. And there is an additional slide for the reference. This reference is for having the link that you use for finding information and research for information. But for the photos, I would say it is okay. You don't have to put reference for every photo for this assignment here. Okay. And there is a video on social imagination, which is on your LEB2. There is a tab called Learn It, which could help regarding developing your thought on pattern and irregularity as well. Okay. And for next week, it's going to be class consult as well as the following week. You could select which week you're gonna consult with me. Okay. And I will send the like an Excel sheet for you to schedule the time with me. Okay. So meaning that next week and following week, we will not have lecture. It will be time for you guys to consult with me, and you could send your draft to my email before you meet with me. Okay. Week 5. So week 5 is going to be presentation time, and I asked that maximum of 3 minutes. Okay. So you have limit of time to present on diagram connecting course of change, which means the thunder slide, and discuss the pattern and its divisions or its categories, and explore the characteristic of each pattern, including common threads and recurrence observed. Yeah. So that's regarding the evaluation and assessment. The criterion 1 will come from your analysis on these 3 columns of the table, and the criterion 2 will be this column here on regarding the common thread, and then the criterion 3 will be column regarding change within the same pattern, and then the criterion 4 is the part of what creates a new pattern. Okay. Regarding the rubric or the criterion, for the first one, identify some common key characteristic of each pattern. You will receive level 5 if you have been identify important characteristics that demonstrate the strength that are shared in each pattern clearly and correctly according to the given problem. There is in parentheses here that you have analyzed at least 3 patterns or more. And additional part is that it's without any flaw at all. Okay, if you will receive level 4, if there's still some flaw. Okay. Level 3, if it not like clearly explained. Okay. And for the second criterion regarding explain recurrence of shared characteristic of pattern ก็คือสิ่งที่มีจุดเหมือนกันนะเนาะLevel 5, when you describe remaining factor in the pattern recurrence, which key element can be precisely identified. Be able to provide examples of similar occurrence clearly without any flaw at all. You will receive level 4 if there is any flaw. And then lower when you have less of example provide, although you have in the photos, but I encourage you guys to explain when you analyze it on the table as well. For example, I saw different type of shoes in pattern 2. Based on the photo, there could be some different that we can see, but I encourage you guys to explain it in the table as well. What are the different and why does the different happen? Like, do they want to use it for what purpose? Okay. Okay. The third criterion is that explaining changing factors from recurrence, the change within the same pattern. This one is there any development in the same pattern of the product? Okay. You will receive level 5 when you describe changing factor from remaining factor. Which key element can be precisely identified? Be able to provide example of different occurrence clearly without any flaw at all. Okay, if you still have some flaw, you receive level 4. If you did not provide example, then you receive level 3. Okay. Last criterion is the analyze the information regarding what caused a new pattern. You will receive level 5 when you analyze the information that you search and then you explain it. Okay. And I could maybe provide a little bit of example of the technology, right? It's a big topic, but I would recommend to select one brand. For example, if it's a phone, I would recommend focus just one brand. Okay. Otherwise, it will be cross of the technology. Okay. Or if you focus on car, maybe just one brand of their development in technology. Okay. If you focus on, let's say, house appliance such as vacuum cleaner, I recommend focus one brand as well. If you focus on technology in game console, I recommend you focus one brand as well. If you wanna select topic like music platform, maybe you could consider focus one application, one music application. Okay. But other than that, there could be other type of technology, like artificial intelligence. I might have limited of knowledge regarding, for example, ChatGPT. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, but it might be difficult to explain the change in ChatGPT 1, for example. Do they have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3? I'm not sure. Yeah, so you may need to find information and then discuss with me during the consultation if you want to select that product or of technology. There could be technology nowadays like 3D printing. You may consider like the history of 3D printing until now. Okay, maybe you could separate into different patterns. Virtual reality, maybe you could consider in the very past until now. Yeah, that's some like that. That's our example. Okay. You could consider is an individual work for this final assignment. You could consider do it. I will share the PowerPoint. Let me find for you. I can send in the Line group as well. I think it's fine. But for the explanation, that will be all for the final assignment. Yeah. If you have additional question, you can always ask in the Line group. Yeah. So in that case, for today, that will be all for today class here. The due date of final assignment on LVV2 will be before the presentation day. So let me double check, and I will type in the live chat for you guys as well. But the due date on the LEB2 will be September 1st. It should be before 11 p.m. Yeah. I will collect the time a little bit. Originally it was set at 9, but let me correct the time. Okay, so that will be all. I will stop record.